Hello, this is a new chapter, similar triangles, with our good friend over there with the music whistle. Um, okay, first you have to understand that similar triangles is not the same as congruent triangles. I think congruent triangles makes a lot more sense to you all. Basically, congruent is identical, exactly the same, while similar looks the same, but it's not identical. Okay, that's why the name similar is there. It's similar looking, but it's not exactly the same. So usually one is bigger than the other, and it's like the same as enlarging a photo. If you're using a computer, you enlarge a photo. You're basically just enlarging, keeping the same aspect ratio, they call it. So anyways, the concepts are a bit different. So for congruent, they have equal sides, right? But it never mentioned equal angle, because equal angle, like all angles equal, applies to a similar triangle actually. So over here, what we're gonna do is a bit different. We're not gonna do equal lengths. The equal angle part is still there, but the equal length is not there anymore. So for similar triangle, we're gonna use ratio. They have the same ratio. So for example, if you say this triangle is twice as big as the other one, so this one is times 2 bigger than this one. And it makes sense. 14 and 7 are the two largest number for both triangles. They're basically, if you divide 14 with 7, then you have 2, right? And then 10 and 5 is the second largest, the smallest number actually. 12 and 6, right? So let's see how we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it like this. If, let's handle the angles first. So there's a lot of things to write, I know. Angle ABC equals to angle EDF. Next will be the double angle. BAC equals to angle DFE. And then angle ACB equals to angle DF. Okay, just do what you've been doing for congruent triangle. Now the next part here is more difficult. So I'm gonna do smaller triangle divided by this bigger triangle. So for example, we basically, let's handle the smallest length of the smallest triangle. 5 is the smallest number you see, right? So when you do EF over the smallest number of the bigger triangle, 10, AC, you get 5 over 10, which is 1 over 2. Now we're gonna do the same for this next bigger number, the middle number. Not the biggest and not the smallest, the middle one, 6. So that's gonna be DF over AB, which is 6 over 12 equals 1 over 2. And then we do DE over BC, 7 over 14, which is also 1 over 2. So if this all happens, therefore, we can conclude triangle ABC is similar, no equal sign. With the equal sign means congruent. ABC, so double angle, one angle. So it's gonna be double angle F, and then one angle D, the last one's E, FDE. And then no reason, no conditions yet. We didn't learn it yet. So the first part of the chapter, you have to write all of these, and then later on we will reduce it to some, 3 only, I believe. 3 out of 6. So yeah, that will be the first part of the chapter. Your homework. And then the next part is finding the unknowns. So this one is quite similar to congruent. The steps are the same. You're still gonna write corresponding sides, corresponding angles, and all that stuff. A bit different though. Instead of congruent triangles, we put similar triangles. Okay, let's handle P first. Why don't we handle P? So usually I put ABC on top of the letters. P is with angle Y. Angle Y is matching with C. Angle C is 34. So for similar triangles, the angles are the same, but the lengths are not. Okay, the length only changes, and the angle's still the same. So this is called corresponding angles. Instead of congruent, we go similar. They're similar triangles, they're not congruent. So always look at this sign to see if it's congruent or similar. Don't just assume. And then next, Q, all right, we got to decide on Q. Q is between BC. BC is telling us it's matching with XY. Now this one's a bit complicated. So we go like Q over XY, which is 21. Q over XY, 21. And then we will take another ratio. So let's say we have to, Q is from this triangle, the smaller one. We need a number from the smaller one. So I'm randomly gonna pick, no, we have to use 15 because this one doesn't have a number. So I'm gonna use 15 for the bigger one. 15 is between Y and Z. Y and Z is the first letter and the last letter, Y, Z. So we need to look at the first letter and the last letter of the other triangle, AC. AC has a length of 10. So 10 has to be here. So basically we're taking ratio. The ratio is the same. If you're dividing the two similar sides, it has the same, we call it ratio, but I don't know how you guys call it in primary school. So basically the answer of the division will be the same for both pair of sides. So you gotta solve this equation, 10 over 15 times 21. You should get an integer. If you get a decimal, it's kind of weird. 14. So 10 over 15 is 2 over 3. 14 over 21 is also 2 over 3. So that's why they have the same ratio if you divide them. Okay. Let's just do this one, number 2. So we're not really gonna do, I'm not gonna give you hard homework for this part. We're not gonna spend too much time anyways. Maybe tomorrow you have a harder homework. Okay, number 2. Let's handle the angles first, right? Angles are easier to do. So angle P is with C. C is matching with Y. Y has an angle 29 degrees. So just in case it's Z, you just do 180 minus 29 minus 47 to find this angle. 29. Oh, I forgot to mention, this one is corresponding sides, similar triangles. This one is corresponding angles, similar triangles. Next, so let's go for N. N is between AC. AC is the first, the last. XY for the other triangle. XY is here, 20, right? N matching with 20, N over 20. And this is the small triangle. Get another number for the small triangle, 4. 4 is between AB. AB, first two letters of the other triangle, XZ. XZ is 10. Now, another way to think about it, nah, never mind. Yeah, just go for this way. Because one way of thinking about it is the largest number and the largest number together. But since two numbers are missing, you're not sure, and it's not good. It's not good to guess. So it's actually 4 over 10. Again, how did I get 4 and 10? First, 4 is a random number I get from the smaller triangle. We need a number, so 4 from the smaller triangle. And then AB is matching with XZ. So I'm getting a number from XZ, 10. And you just put 4 over 10. So the ratio is going to be like that. N is equals to 4 over 10 times 20. So the answer should be 8. Okay, 4 over 10 is 2 over 5, or 0.4 in your calculator. If you do 8 over 20, it's also 0.4. So that one kind of makes sense. And, oh, that's just for N though. We need to find M. M is YZ. YZ is the last two letters. BC is the last two letters, so BC is 6. You can actually use the same ratio here, 4 over 10. Oh, wait. 4 is the smaller triangle, so we have to flip it. 10 over 4. 10 is the bigger triangle, M is the bigger triangle, so make sure it's matching. Again, bigger triangle on the top, smaller at the bottom. But for my other question here, since I'm solving n is from the smaller triangle, so that's why the top became the smaller, and this one is the bigger. So be careful. It might be confusing at first, like how to place the numbers, but since we already learned ratio before, I think I made you guys used to this kind of method. So hopefully that chapter is gonna help you. 6:15. And tada! We're done with this video. Good luck. If you have questions, you can ask me in E-class. I will help you there. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.